Hello everyone, I'm D-Mind, the mind of one and all, and welcome back to another episode of An Octave Higher. In the last episode, we got so much exposition. I hope something story actually do happen, so much explaining. That's a nice... I don't mind exposition actually in stories. It helps you better understand the world and make the world more interesting. But there's a point where you need to start putting some story in them, or else you'll just be a lot of explaining and no story. So you gotta have a mixture of both. That's how a good story is. So far it's just mainly exposition. Okay, let's see. I don't even know what's the plot. Like, we shifted characters from like the guy in the arena to the aristocratic guy from the arena to this guy. Oh, I must. Yeah, I already read that. Relax, Frederic. Relax. It was just a stupid sorcer match. Oh wait, that's Frederic. Oh, we switched. Did we switch perspective to the guy? It wasn't a regulation match. You technically won. The only thing that's bothering you is that your father didn't see it as a victory, the way that the rest of the whole city did. It doesn't matter what he thinks. If it doesn't matter, why are you so bothered by it? Right, it does not matter. I'm still the best sorcerer there is. Well, she casted a meteor and you have never even seen it before. I'm the highest ranked player in a generation. I faced off against a trained soldier and won, by the way. If father could have just held his tongue, I don't mind advice, but to call it a loss of all things. It was just a stupid sorcery match. It does not matter. It does not matter. It does not. Like hell it doesn't. I am going to bury that whore next time. Jealous wolf, mark my words, woman. I will remember you. I will not forget this insult. Humiliation for you. Not for me. And that meteor spell? Gah! Of course I would have flattened her with meteor if I could have ever studied the technique, but that it wasn't banned by regulation. Rules, woman. It was a sorcery match. What was the commander of a god's damn special forces unit doing in a sorcery match? Father did this despite me, I know it. I thought I would make him happy by performing for his birthday celebration, but apparently he only wanted to humiliate me for his own entertainment. Well. That's the kind of character he is. The pavement under my feet is sticky, the ball of light above that pole glares too much. The sound of music coming out of the cafe across the street is off key. That omnibus pulled up to the stop is too steeply, and that conservatoire student getting on the omnibus looks like a blithering idiot. Oh, come on! You're gonna be so judgmental about other people now? What the hell is it that with all these goddamn people pissing me off? Really now? I just keep going wherever my feet take me. Occasionally people stare at me, but I manage to ignore them. What have they never seen a lord before? Well, you are a lord in like, I wouldn't say poor, but common folk. But I stopped. Something cursed me. I tried to take in my surroundings, but there's barely anything to take in. I am practically standing on dirt. The ground grinds between my feet. Beneath my feet, I can feel it when I walk. There are no balls of light that illuminate this alley. There's a lamp there. If it wasn't for the oil lamp... Oh, so those are oil lamps, they are not magic. Alright, cool. If it wasn't for the oil lamps hung widely apart on the wall, the area would be utterly dark. There are no flying carriages, there are no omnibuses. The street is silent. Only little murmurs from people nearby can be faintly heard. The people around me are wearing clothes that aren't fit for modern civilization. Probably not fit for modern civilization. They look normal. A normal coat, scarf, keep you warm, and it looks decent and like it's not too bad. I mean, it's not Noble's clothes, but what? Come on, what you expect? I am not in Overture anymore. At least not the Overture that I know. Something feels wrong here. I should turn around and go back to the city, back to my father's mansion. But I don't turn back. Frederic Godwin doesn't turn back for anything. Well, you have to go back home eventually. Don't tell me you're gonna run away from home and never come back. I start walking again, now more conscious of where I'm going. I am, after all, treading on foreign land. Wherever I walk, people's heads turn. No doubt they've never seen a lord before up close. A little boy tries to approach me, but his mother quickly stopped him. They are both dressed in little more than rags. Finally, I understand what that feeling of wrongness was. It wasn't the filth or the darkness, it was something much more fundamental than that. There is no magic here. None of these people use magic. There are no magic machines in sight. What, is magic something only the nobility and rich can do, or like at least middle class and people and up can do, and not poor? Or is it because they cannot do magic, like they're not gifted with magic, so that's why they can't do stuff like, you know, jobs that requires magic, and so that's why they're poor? They just don't have the ability to do magic. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. What's going on here? I've never felt so out of place before. Look, it's an aristocrat. There are people murmuring all around. This comment was said out loud enough for me to hear. It was intentional. I stop and turn. Oh, it's a man. I thought it was a woman. The man who just spoke is dressed somewhat differently from the others. I wouldn't say he's dressed better than anyone else, but somehow he stands out. He's wearing a uniform of some kind. Another man in similar outfit stands beside him, watching me. Wait, another man in similar outfit stands beside him, watching me. Alright. What? Let me guess. These people are part of a group that are like anti-sorcerer magic. Kinda like in Legend of Korra. I'm just throwing it out there. The two men come near to me. The man speaks again. Or either that, or they're just against the nobility. They're just against the rich folk. Or both, you know, because they're rich, they have magic. Like, you know, hey kid, what are you doing in this place? Are you lost? I look down at the man. Who is he to question me? A gutsy burgos. Wait, borgios. I'm not gonna pretend I know the word. Hasn't anyone told you not to wander into poor's areas? Haven't you ever heard of Libertad? They don't like bourgeoisie. They don't like bourgeoisie like you. Proles? I see, of course. So this is where the proletariat lives. No wonder there's no magic here. It's not that they can't use magic. They just don't have the money to buy mana potions. Everyone knows that the proles are the dregs of society. Wait. So can everyone cast magic if they just have mana potions? Or is it something only certain people can, like the gifted can? Like in Avatar, some people can bend, some people can't. So is this the same? Like everyone can cast magic as long as they have mana? So they just buy mana potions and get mana? Or do they even produce mana? I would have assumed that mages could produce mana inside their bodies and then cast magic that way. They don't need mana potions, solely mana potions to cast magic, but oh well. Everyone knows that the proles are the dregs of society. But he mentioned something called Libertad. I've not heard of that group. He said Libertad hates people like me. Are you Libertad? This time they are the ones who stay quiet, but I can tell that the answer is yes. So they hate me? Well then, I'll hate them too. I start infusing willpower to the mana in my body and expel as much magical aura as the mana generates. All of a sudden I'm the brightest thing on the street. Let that be a warning for them. The man who talked to me seems ready to fight. I mean, he must be ready with something, right? I mean, if he's trying to fight someone with magic, with no magic, he must have a gun or something. But the other Libertad member speaks to him in a low voice. Not here. There are people everywhere. Heeding his friend's words, the first man reflexes his posture, through his glare remains fierce. Understood. He walks away, clicking his tongue. The second man tries to stare me down for a second. His eyes seem to carry higher authority than the first man's. But then he too turns around and follows his friend. I watch the two of them head into an alley. Soon they are enveloped in the shadows of the close-packed buildings and I can't see them anymore. Ignoring the pool's increasingly audible whispers, I continue walking along the dimly lit street. Before my encounter with Libertad, the pros were looking at me curiously. Now they turn their heads away or cast their eyes down whenever I walk near. I try not to look at them either, keeping my eyes on the path ahead. I'm not afraid of anyone, but I also don't want to cause scene needlessly. If you don't want to cause scene needlessly, why are you even in this area? Where are you going? You're just walking out of anger. After a few blocks, I come across a narrow space between two buildings. It is only wide enough for one person to walk through, and it's almost completely black in there. However, there is light coming from the far end of the alley. With it comes the sound of people laughing and singing. I come closer and see an arrow-shaped sign pointing to the alley. It reads, Maison de Beauvoir. Wait, what? Maison de Beauvoir. Since I don't see anything more interesting around, I enter the alley and look for this mason, a tavern. Not only is this alley dark, it also stinks. It's hard to believe that there is a place like this in Overture, mere miles from where my family lives. I stumble over an old man sleeping in the alley. He's virtually cocooning rags and trash and rattles off some bewildered moans as I walk over him. How could anyone sleep at a filthy place as here? I will never know. I quickened my pace. I didn't think the poor were quite so destitute. Oh, this doesn't look like poor. Actually, the wooden part makes it look poor, but it looks kind of fancy. But is this the same guy or not? Or is this the student guy? I think it's the student guy. Outside the alley, I see a mansion that... No, maybe it might be the guy. I'll just use my normal voice for now. Outside the alley, I see a mansion that looks quite out of place amid the dirty and broken houses. There are signs of wear and tear, but it still looks luxurious in comparison. Oh, is that a brothel of some sort? Okay, I think this is the same guy. To my surprise, I see a group of gentlemen who obviously aren't pros entering the establishment. They might even be my fellow lords, judging from how they're dressed. Once they're at the front door, a scantily clad middle-aged woman emerges from inside the mansion and greets them. Despite showing too much skin, the woman's dress is that of a lady. Yep, it's that kind of place. So, you gonna go in there, buddy? She talks with the gentleman for a few seconds and gestures them inside. As she goes to follow them inside, however, she notices my presence. She approaches me with a seductive smile. I'm disgusted by it, to be honest. Makeup is caked on her face to hide her ears, but even in the dim light of the courtyard, I can see she's old enough to be my mother. Why, hello there, young man. I welcome you to my home, the Maison de Beauvoir. This is your house? Yes, and you may call me Madame Beauvoir. I'm surprised at how I'm pulling off that voice. Oh god. I'm even a little creeped out by myself. She says this with a flourish. I can't tell if it's a drunken flourish or one of those flourishes you have to practice at. I want to say nice to meet you, but it's only really nice if... She brings her lips close to my ears and lowers her voice to a whisper. You come inside. She pulls her face back after blowing off softly into my ears. It makes my eyebrows twitch and my nose wrinkle. What is this place? What do you mean, darling? The woman is stunned for a moment. Then she starts laughing. Are you for true? How did you get to here, little boy? She stops laughing, stares at me sharply, and whispers again in her broken but not unpleasant accent. You want to know what kind of place is my house, do you now? I don't answer her because I feel like she's mocking me. Besides, I'm starting to get an idea. Yeah, I think anyone would get the idea, unless you're completely oblivious to what a brothel or a strip club or whatever is. It's where we turn little boys like you into a real man. She gestures at me with her shoulders and flashes a naughty smile. Some people might call it sexy. I wouldn't. So, you wanna come in? No, not interested. I try to leave, but the madame grabs my wrist. Oh no, you haven't even come in and seen the other girls. Don't worry, young lord. Wait, don't worry, young little lord. I have all kinds of girls in my mission. Some of them will suit your high taste, I promise. She's a very insistent saleswoman, I've got to admit that it is rather tempting to just go in and look around. But no, after tonight, I need to be more disciplined, not less. I'm not going to spend any time with these filthy whores. For once, the word whore is you're actually using it like accordingly, but it's still kind of degrading, but still. Besides, the gentlemen I saw earlier looked like they might be lords. If my father should hear about my being here, he would put me in a seminary in the neighborhood kingdom in a heartbeat. No, now get your hand off me, young woman. Well, that's too bad. Why don't you take this? She hands me a tiny piece of paper. So you can find your way back here someday, huh? She saunters back to the door. Before going inside, she turns and blows me a kiss. I deigned wave back. The kiss was disgusting, to be honest. After she's gone, I just stand there. I just stand staring at the mason. The street outside is brightened by the light seeping out of Mason's windows, and made lively by the sound of women coming from inside. There's laughing, shouting, moaning. You know, when they hear the sounds of women coming from inside, I thought of something else. Oh god. The mason's address is scribbled on the paper the woman gave me. I wouldn't ever come back here, but I put the paper inside my pocket anyway. This town can't afford to be even dirtier than it already is. Something tells me it's either gonna be found out and then you're gonna get in trouble, or you're actually gonna come back here. The sky is black now. The moon and the stars are invisible from where I'm standing. There is only blackness. Strange enough, there is a certain grandness one can feel from the pure blackness. It looks majestic. The dark sky reminds me of how late it is. It's time I went home. I thought you don't turn back. Just as I turn away to leave, however, my eyes fall on an angel. An angel now? Oh come on, you're actually gonna fall in love? Or is she literally an angel, like that's their species? Nope, you are in love. Come on, you just look at, oh my god, I'm an angel. Oh well. I mean it's not that she's ugly, but come on, seriously, just first sight, love at first sight? A very lovely girl strolls through this unseemly street as if it were the most natural thing in the world. She smiles with me. She smiles with an ease that makes her seem brighter than all the lights in Mason. Her delicate hand plays lightly with the small braid of hair running behind her right ear. Her hair is the same color as that general commander lady, but no, she's different. Her eye colors are different and whatnot. I don't think it's the same. Is this girl also working at Mason? Isn't she a little young? Besides, she isn't dressed like a harlot. But there are no other reasons for a young girl to visit a place like this. Maybe she's just passing through. Yeah. I keep watching the little angel, but how she steps, how her arms swing so carefree, how her hair flutters as she walks, how her face glitters with an easy happiness even in the slum. She's beautiful. No, it's more than that. I beheld beauty itself. Finally, she stops right at Mason's door without knocking. She takes the door's handle, pushes the door open, and steps inside. Maybe her mother works there or she lives there. Not necessarily she have to work there. And you go in. I'm home. I guess that's much. I mean, she could be working there for all I know, but something tells me she just lives there. Like her mother works here, or like, you know, she just lives here. That's where she lives. Not necessarily she works there. I announced that in a very... Oh wait. I announced that this is her. We switch perspective, we're her now. I announced that in a very, very small voice. Saying I'm home is a habit I've had since I was still a little kid. But I don't really like saying it in this particular house. Yeah, help me! A young woman runs across the lobby screaming she's naked. Ha 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 ha, I'm gonna get ya! And then a man twice her age runs after her. He's naked too, of course. I don't know what kind of role-playing they are doing today. I won't be asking. Oh, is this the same woman? Oh, Elise, you're back. How's your work? Yep, she doesn't work there. Or maybe she does, who knows. I turned to see the woman who called my name. It's Madame Beauvoir. Oh, so you know, same as usual. That sounds like my day. Business as usual. Yeah, I can see that. Unfortunately, the naked old man chasing naked screaming girls is business as usual at Mason. Madame Beauvoir gives me a smile and then plunges over to attend to a group of aristocrats. Madame Edith de Beauvoir is the owner of this brothel, but occasionally she still takes customers herself, especially if the customers are famous lords. Indeed, although she's already past 30, the Madame is gorgeous. Her demeanor and her manner of speaking are also very elegant, like a lady in the house of a lord. Despite her age, she is the most expensive prostitute in Maison de Beauvoir. I owe my life to the Madame. If she hadn't taken me in after I was abandoned by my parents, I don't know what kind of life I would be leading now. I probably wouldn't even be alive. Yep, I assumed as much. I mean, sure, I would like to have a normal home, but at least I can sleep under a roof instead of in an alley somewhere. When she took me in, Madame also agreed not to make me work since I got a job at the factory. Well, until I turned 16, that is. Until my 16th birthday. Oh, she's less than 16! She's like 15? 14? On my 16th birthday, she's going to make me serve my first customer. And she already has a list of high bidders. Oh, and you agreed to this? My birthday is in less than 3 months. Oh, she's going to be 16. With nothing else to do, I dragged myself upstairs and waddled up past a series of doors on my left. Each room is occupied at this hour. Each contains a customer and a girl. No matter how many times I hear the sounds from behind these doors, I cringe. I'll never be comfortable with it. A door opens in front of me. The young, naked, screaming woman from before comes out of the room. Now though, she isn't naked, and she isn't screaming. It's a nice change of pace for her. Oh, hey Elise. Hi, where did the man go? Oh, he had to leave through the window because the Dementors were coming for him. The who? It's part of our roleplay, never mind. I'm also wondering how she emerged from a room on the second floor when I last saw her running across the lobby, but no, I won't ask. And yeah, she seems to be hurt a little. She leans on the wall, looking up at the ceiling. She mutters something with a sigh. She looks exhausted. Sleeping with that geezer is one thing, but being chased around the house naked is really taking a toll on me. You have no idea how easy it is to slip on these floors if you're not wearing any shoes. Why do you keep servicing him then? With her head still turned out, she glances at me and answers matters of factly. Wait, what? Matter of factly, alright. Because his tip is bigger than his cock. Aha. I look down and notice that her dress is torn. Blood is dripping from a small cut on his skin. Oh, you're bleeding. Yeah, he got a little aggressive back there. I bring my right hand to a wound. A small benefit of working at the factory is that I get to drink mana potions every day. Most of it is spent by the end of the work shift, but sometimes I get to go home with a little mana remaining in my body. So her work requires her to drink mana and use her mana on something. But then when she comes back, she sometimes gets a little bit for herself. Alright, cool. Today is one of those days I focus on compassion while my last bit of mana starts accumulating in my hand. Transform. Transform compassion. There's a soft glow of light around her wound, and when it fades, there's no more cut, not even a scar. Wow, thank you, Elise. Good thing you had some mana left today. You're welcome. It didn't fix your torn dress though. Well, magic can't fix everything, can it? I'm not surprised if it can. Too bad though. If magic could fix inanimate things, I could look like a princess even on my days off. Haha. Well, she looks relieved to be to have been healed and doesn't seem too concerned about her dress, so I'm happy. Yeah, it would be nice, right? Compassion magic only works on people, plants, and animals. The gods know I've tried curing my laundry of sweat and dirt with a cure spell, but it never works. But oh, I wonder if your magic can restore my... you know. She's giggling naughty. What is she talking about? Is she talking about her... Alright. You what? Never mind. I think I should get to my next customer. Thanks, Elise. She goes downstairs to greet a customer who has just entered the lobby. It's the guy, right? It's, I can't remember their names. I don't even try to remember. I head to my room. Soon I come upon a set of small stairs that lead to the attic where I live. The attic is where I've been living since coming to Mason 6 years ago. It's hardly a palace, but, well, it has a bed at least, and compared to all the other rooms, it's relatively quiet and isolated. I collapse onto my bed. I should probably take a bath and change into a different set of clothes before sleeping. But right now I'm feeling very exhausted. I can still hear obscene sounds from below. Occasionally they are accompanied by annoying high-pitched laughter from young women and incoherent slurs from drunk men. In less than 3 months I'll be joining the chorus of that annoying high-pitched laughter. I don't want to think about that right now. Right now all I want to do is... Earth Day 25th, 25 Sextilis AM 313. Again! I have no freaking idea what the date is supposed... how you read the dates, and it doesn't mean anything to me. If you said Monday, Tuesday, I'd be like, alright, it's now Tuesday, it's not, last day was Monday, but no. Because Sextilis, Earth Day, whatnot, I'm like, what? I open my eyes. My room is bathed in sunlight. I groggily sit up and just sort of wait until I have enough energy to stand. Once I manage to do that, I grab a towel and a fresh uniform. It's only then that I realize I'm still wearing my factory clothes from yesterday. I go downstairs thinking how unpleasant it is to change out work clothes just to change back into work clothes. Mason in the morning is actually pleasant. It is so much different from the place it becomes at night. For one thing, it's quieter than when there are no patrons around to start naked games of hide and seek. That's not to say that all traces of last night are gone. Bottles of booze and cigarette butts are scattered around. There's also a topless girl snoring on the couch over there. When I get to the bathroom, I peek inside. Sometimes you find a passed out girl here too. Thankfully, it's empty today, so I go in. What happened to the guy? He followed her in, right? Oh well. I come out of the bathroom, change into a cleaner set of the same clothes I was just wearing. It's a small change, but I feel refreshed. I leave Mason after drinking a glass of water in the kitchen. I always skip breakfast. The morning air outside feels nice. Apparently people who aren't from around here can smell something foul in the air. Even on days like this, but we poors hardly notice it anymore. Mason has his own large courtyard, but the street that runs along it is pretty out of the way. I have to go to a wider street closer to the hill to get to the nearest omnibus stop. The factory I work at is actually located in a poor district, but it's faster to take the omnibus from the city than to trudge through a tangled maze of narrow alleys. Along my way I see a group of men and women sitting on the wayside. Good morning. They smile and wave at me. People around here used to scowl at me if they saw me entering or leaving Mason, but now they're friendly. Either they've heard about my circumstances or they've stopped caring. There are already a couple of other factory workers waiting at the omnibus stop when I get there. The factory has thousands of workers, so I don't know anyone else waiting here with me. I only recognize them from their uniforms, and I'm sure they wouldn't know me either if they saw me in my normal clothes. Still, we exchange smiles as a greeting. Before long, I see the omnibus arriving. But I think this is a good place to end it. So, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at DMindGaming if you have enjoyed. And I hope to see you again in the next episode.